Hello, my name is Jay Lee. I went to the Amazon in Brazil with the Hanbit mission team in January. I'd like to share what we did and show you some of the pictures we took. To start, I will introduce the Amazon mission team members. We had two groups. The first group consisted of Mr. Kim Jinak, who is the team leader, Mr. Bae, Janice Bae, Dr. Daniel Oh, and Jay Lee, that is me. The first group left on January 10th. And the second group members were Mrs. Im Byung-suk, Mr. Park Do-ho, Mrs. Ji Young-suk, Mrs. Baek Hye-ryung, Mr. Im Young-gi, and Dr. Kim Hyung-ju. They left Houston on January 15th. We first started meeting regularly in August to worship, to pray, to practice music, to practice Portuguese, to learn about medicine, and to practice using medical equipment. Only the mission team, but also other people were involved in preparation. The Hanbit praise team singers and a deaconess who does Korean traditional music also helped us so that we could make a video of a Korean traditional performance which we showed to the Amazon people. Because of your prayers and support, the mission team was able to get ready for the mission trip. Group 1 left Houston on January 10th at 11 at night and flew to the Three Frontiers Seminary in Brazil, near the border of Peru and Colombia. Here, I would like to introduce missionaries working in and around the seminary. Pastor Honggu Kim, who teaches at the seminary and also ministers at a church. Pastor Andrew Kang, who visited our church last year. Pastor Nam, who came to the Amazon from Utah a week before our first group arrived. Brian, who had been a missionary to Czechoslovakia. He recently moved to Amazon with his wife, Judy. When Group 1 arrived at the seminary in Brazil, Tabatinga, we had a worship service and started preparing for the mission work which started on the following morning. The nests you see are the beds the mission team slept inside because of the mosquitoes and other bugs there. This is a snake we found at the seminary the first night. It got caught by a boy who threw it in the fire. January 12th, the mission team woke up at 5:30 in the morning. We had a quiet time and headed out to the first village with missionaries and seminary students. The VBS team used this church to minister to 57 children. The medical team treated and gave medicine to 54 people. These are bugs that the natives call mokwi. They are so small that you can hardly see them, but once you get bit, your whole body itches and you have bumps all over your body. At night, we reviewed what we had learned from the first village and prepared for the next day. On January 13th, the next morning, the mission team went to the village called Umaridos by truck, where we had about 130 children at the VBS and 60 patients at the medical outreach. The next morning, January 14th, we went another village which was a little farther than the village we went to yesterday. About 175 children came for VBS, and the medical team treated and gave medicine to about 60 people. The following day, January 15th, the mission team visited 2 villages in Colombia by truck. However, Dr. Daniel O was sick this day, so he had to stay at the seminary. At the first village we visited in the morning, the medical team only gave Tylenol and children's vitamin to about 180 patients, and VBS team ministered to about 62 children at the church that a graduate from the seminary had built. After the morning activity, mission team took a break and had lunch. After lunch, the mission team moved to another village in Colombia. We used the community center in this village. However, there was no electricity in the community center, so we had to get electricity from the neighbor by using an extension cord for VBS. The same night at 11, the Group 2 left from Houston to join Group 1 in Amazon. On January 16th, Saturday, the mission team went to the school building in downtown in Tabatinga. Dr. Daniel O had recovered from his sickness, so he went with the team and treated 45 patients, and 67 children came to the VBS. This patient was half paralyzed. He could not come to the clinic by himself, so we went to his house, took him to Dr. O for treatment, and took him back to his house. His father was so happy about it. The second group of the mission team who left Houston the night before arrived at the Amazon in the afternoon. We had worship service together, unpacked their luggage, and reorganized medicine.